afternoon. Welcome to Lifestyle Live at 4. Today is Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. My dear friend Marlee is out on assignment today, so I've got meteorologist Ryan Morse stepping in to open the show with me today. I know, Ryan, it's National Signing Day. And you've got some pretty harsh words for Penn State right now.
Save these for the commercial break. Penn State is not doing well right now, to say the least.
A little directionless, like a boat without an oar, maybe a ship without a captain.
Lost soul at sea is kind of how I put it.
Yes.
That's how I kind of feel today.
Yes.
So,
okay, well, I'm sorry. I know it's been 3 months since they got rid of their coach. I'm not quite sure. A directionless program, it seems like right now, but yes, you can reserve your...
All Hoosiers watching this, they're going after the Penn State's recruits. Mine as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm sure Cody's having a field day wherever he is,
Oh, I'm
too,
sure. I'm sure. Well, if Penn State driving you mad is the worst of life right now, I'd say that's pretty good. I know you and Marlee got to talk earlier about your engagement statuses.
Yeah, I didn't see her thing over the weekend because we were so busy with the snow. So
yes.
Very excited for her.
Yeah, and it sounds like you guys are going to be maybe tying the knot pretty close together.
Oh, really?
I think you're both trying to make it happen in 2026.
Did she say a date?
She did not set a date yet.
Oh, man.
No. And it's not my news to tell if she did.
Same day?
But no. So maybe late. You're thinking winter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So I told Marlee it's a lot to plan in. I'm the guy, and usually you don't do as much as the guy. But
No, you got to get the napkin colors right, though, Ryan. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. If you don't get those right, it's all off. Don't even bother.
I couldn't color coordinate if you wanted.
I know.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Well, hey, a year out anymore is almost too late if you're trying to plan a wedding.
Yeah.
Picking venues and getting some of those bigger ticket items scheduled and set. If you're not doing that a year, at least in advance, at least in this day and age,
it's crazy. I didn't realize it until I got thrown into how long you have to kind of wait for this stuff. So you have to get going like right away. It felt like we got engaged and it was like boom, boom, right away.
That's how it was with my husband and I. It was literally engaged in March. We had the venue picked and set by maybe mid-April. So maybe not super quick, but it felt like
you don't have time. You just gotta go if you want what you want, venue, all that stuff. So
exactly. All right. Well, do you want to get into some trending with me today? Okay. Trending today, the holiday shopping season is in full swing, and now Amazon has announced a new ultra-fast delivery option for certain customers. The retail giant is testing the new feature called Amazon Now in Seattle and Philadelphia. The company says it will deliver household essential items and groceries in about 30 minutes or less.
Wow. The
delivery fee starts at about $4 for Prime members and $14 for non-Prime members. Our customers, I should say. Amazon says it uses smaller facilities strategically designed for efficient order fulfillment. Amazon did not offer a timeline for expanding the new service to wider markets. Do you remember when it was like pizza places were like promising to deliver pizza in like 30 minutes or less?
And it never worked.
It never worked out. And I'm like, and here we are now looking at Amazon delivering household items, essential goods in 30 minutes or less. Like things that we need, we'll use over time. Mind-boggling.
Weirdly enough, my brother works in the Amazon warehouse.
Really?
Like he does logistics and stuff. I'll have to ask him about this, but it never feels like you
what
do
are the boots
promise.
On the ground saying?
I'll have to text him.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder, because pizza, it felt like was it like if you didn't get it on time, it's free?
Yeah, something like that.
And it was not a profitable thing.
No.
Especially in any somewhat populated area, you get stuck in traffic, that's all over immediately. So
now Amazon is a behemoth compared to like a Little Caesars, I think. No offense to Little Caesars, we love you. So if anybody's going to make it happen and follow through on the promise of be 30 minutes or less, but I don't know. Man, that's a lot. That'll be very interesting to follow that and see. And I would love to know when they come to Indianapolis. Because, I mean, there are times. As much as sometimes I'm like, Amazon, do I really have to spend money there? Yes, it's very convenient. Sorry.
It's so convenient.
It is.
That's the thing.
It is. All right. Also trending today in northeast Missouri, a snowy spectacle is stopping traffic and turning heads. This isn't your average front yard snowman, Ryan. It's known as Bob, actually, and it towers over the neighborhood at a whopping 17 feet 2 inches tall, with a base measuring 27 feet around. Bob was built in Kirksville by a small army of family and neighbors. They spent nearly 3 hours stacking massive snowballs, filling in the gaps, and hoisting everything into place. The crew used tall ladders and even a truck to assemble the giant and topped him off with a 50-gallon trash can for a hat. The family said building an oversized snowman is a family tradition, and they try to make it each one bigger than the last. Well, this is the first time I've ever heard of this family building snowman. So they got to 17 feet tall. The world knows about them now. So if they don't top it next year, they're in trouble.
Here's where I'm impressed. It doesn't look like there's a ton of snow on the ground. It only looks like they probably have under 6 inches. And usually when you get these giant snowmen, around the base, it's like all grass because they had to take all the snow.
Yes.
So this is where I'm impressed because it doesn't look like they took much snow directly around it.
Yeah. So
and
that's
it's
the weatherman.
17 feet.
I know. Have we had, speaking of weather, we'll pivot to that now. This is a good segue into that. Have we had packing snow already this season?
Well, obviously, the other day. Saturday night into Sunday, we had around 2 inches in the metro area, but that was gone the next morning. So yeah, this pass system brought us that. You could definitely pack that.
Oh, I felt it under my feet when I was walking on it.
It was no fun.
No, it was not at all.
For sure.
Any more in the forecast?
We might have a couple light snow showers tonight. The other thing I should mention, we're off to our snowiest start since 1989 in Indianapolis. So it's been an active start to our snow season. We do have the chance of a couple light snow showers tonight. It's not going to be anything like we saw these past 2 storm systems. At best, maybe a coating up to a ½ inch as these line of flurries or light snow showers kind of drift in along the cold front. Cold front's back into Illinois. That's diving off to the south and east, already bringing some of the snow showers into northern parts of the state. And as we're zooming in on Storm Tracker, at least for central Indiana, cloudy skies, not really going anywhere through this evening. What that front is going to do, though, is plummet our temperatures through the end of the week. We have a couple cold mornings ahead of us. Our temperatures right now, 28 in Indy, 27 in Greencastle, and 27 in Kokomo, all reporting clouds for the most part here in the state. No shocker here. Might finally get some breaks in the clouds going into tomorrow. Let's time it out on Futurecast. Next couple hours, clouds remain in place. Snow showers will drop from the north to the south. Notice the coverage isn't completely widespread, but given our temperatures, if you get stuck in a snow flurry, it would have no problem really accumulating because our temperatures will be in the mid to upper 20s for tonight. Dropping north to south, wouldn't rule them out for the evening. The most likely time frame, probably the early morning or after midnight as snow flurries become more scattered at best. If you're going to the bus stop for tomorrow morning, colder start. Temperatures in the upper teens behind the front. Wind chill values likely in the single digits and lower teens. And that's our trend going towards the end of the week. Thursday night, low temperature of 10 in Indy, 5 in Kokomo, and 5 in Lafayette. So it's going to be a colder end to the week. Back to you.
All right, Ryan, sounds good. Coming up next, still need gift ideas this year? We're in no short supply with Emmy award-winning tech expert Jennifer Jolly. She stops by to showcase some cool finds for the whole family. And then later, we go out and about with Barney to Wild Birds Unlimited to learn how to care for our feathered friends during these cold winter months. If you're still scrambling for the perfect present for family and friends, you are not alone. And don't worry, we've got some help for you. Tech expert Jennifer Jolly is here with thoughtful, gadgety gift ideas to wow the whole crew. Welcome back, Jennifer. We're glad to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. I am having such a blast talking about some of the best gadgets that either solve huge problems or just bring in a ton of fun, or maybe both. Starting with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra. This is one of those do-everything devices that can actually replace a laptop and still be a ton of fun to just curl up with on the couch. It's got this generous 14.6-inch AMOLED display, perfect for streaming, editing video, sketching, or just making sure that you can see every face on a Zoom call without having to squint. Comes with the S Pen and a new Note Assist and Transcript Assist AI features that actually organize your scribbles and voice memos into real usable files. It is slim, fast, water resistant, battery life lasts all day long. In a sea of tablets that feel just okay, this one feels essential.
Give me a battery life that lasts all day long, every day. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about something that helps families make memories instantly?
Well, for that, gather round. The family will definitely gather around the HP Sprocket photo booth. This is that why didn't we have this before gadget of the year. It's a real photo booth without the giant booth or any of the hassle. You just prop it on a table, you pick a frame or filter, strike a pose, and it counts down just like the ones at amusement parks or special events, except the prints come out much larger, almost postcard sized, on glossy peel and stick paper, no ink, no extra apps. The built-in ring light means everybody looks awesome. Yes, even mid-party season. It's fun, it's easy. People actually use it, love it, enjoy it. And we're hoping to add it to our month-long of giveaways here at techish.com. So this is one of those just really fun gadgets. This is the size of the photo that you walk away with. It's got sticky back on that no ink photo paper. So it's just really fun. It's kind of the life of the party.
I love that. I actually have the HP Sprocket. So the little guy that prints out those little tiny photos. And I gifted that one earlier this year to a cousin of mine that was getting married. I was like, this is so handy to have in your pocket. I love what HP puts out. So that's cool. I like it. Yeah. All right. What about something for the gamer on your list?
Okay, so tomorrow we're going to talk more about the Xbox Ally X, one of the top handheld gaming devices of the whole entire year. But today we're going to talk about this tiny little problem solver. Can you see that there? It's about the size of my pinky nail. It's called the SanDisk Micro SD card. It's made specifically for this gaming gadget, and it's a perfect fix when you run out of space, which you do pretty quickly on all of these handheld devices. The tiny SanDisk card lets you play games directly from it with no lag or slowdown. Has up to 2 terabytes of space. That's enough for a full 40 to 50 video games, full games. No more deleting and re-downloading every time you want to switch from one to the other. It turns your Ally into a full gaming library that you can then take anywhere you happen to travel in the world, on a plane, in a car, anywhere. And it starts at just under $70, making it quite possibly the tiniest little awesome gadget of the year.
I love that. And it's such a good, I feel like a kind of like a surprise gift for gamers or those that are really into tech. It's like, hey, I'm thinking about you, but I also want to make this last. More space, longer battery life. I think those are 2 great ways to supplement these gifts. All right.
Yeah, so how about if you give someone that handheld device, this can be one of the peripherals that goes with it. You know, it's definitely that big problem solver.
Yeah, and it's small enough to fit in your stocking and maybe get lost. So don't forget about it.
Yeah.
All right. How about something for the whole family?
Well, I've talked about this one before, and I just can't stop because people love it, including me, all of my family members. It's the Bird Buddy Pro Smart Feeder, and it's got a little solar panel on it. It has a tiny camera and AI that can snap photos and identify birds and then send it straight, like in real time, to a beautifully curated app on your smartphone. So it automatically turns your backyard or your balcony into kind of a personal wildlife streaming feed. It's like having National Geographic in your backyard. Families obsess over it. Grandparents adore it. Kids suddenly care and name every single bird that comes and lands in the backyard. It's become such a just source of just endless conversation and joy in my own family. One of the most heartwarming gifts you can give. We love it so much here at techish.com that we are giving away. We've started our month of giveaways with this, so you still have time to enter to win this just in time for the holidays.
I am going to tell my brother that because that's on my mother's list this year for her Christmas ideas, and I know he really wants to get that for her. So I'm gonna send him your way.
Perfect.
All right. Yeah. Well, speaking of the kiddos, what do you got for the youngest among us?
Well, millions of kids are begging for either their own smartwatch or their own smartphone. Don't give it to them. Just say no, parents. Instead, start with the Bark phone for kids or the Bark watch. These are built from the ground up for safety. They let you monitor text, photos, apps, and social media for signs of bullying, predators, explicit content, or anything that your child should not have to deal with as a part of modern childhood. If an explicit image does show up, the phone blocks it before your kid even sees it. So parents can manage screen time, approve or deny apps, track location, even set it to shut down if the phone happens to be like say in a moving car, someplace you do not want them to glance at their phone. It's been crowned PC Magazine's Best Kid Smartphone 3 years straight. It is a safer, saner way to introduce kids to digital life.
Love that. That's amazing. All right, where do we go for more information, Jennifer?
TECHISH.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's how you'll get entered to win one of these awesome gadgets and how you'll find out about the most awesome gadgets for the rest of your life.
I love it. And we love you, Jennifer. Thank you so much for taking the time with us today. Again, happy shopping and happy holidays.
Thank you so much. Love you right back.
The jolliest. All right, coming up next, it's a holly jolly Christmas in Grant County with things to do and see all season long. Marlee hits the road for a look at the festivities. And coming up later, for one day only, Easter Seals Crossroads and Murphy's Steakhouse are teaming up for a fundraising event. So grab those steak knives and a hearty appetite. We share all the details coming up.
Holiday cheer is everywhere in Grant County, from sparkling lights to fun family traditions. And today, the celebration continues right in the heart of downtown Marion. With a festive lineup of events, activities, and surprises for all ages, there's always something magical happening here this time of year. Let's jump in and see what's going on. Having some fun here in Grant County. A lot of great things are happening. Let's see if we can pop out of here. Yes, a lot of great things are happening for the holiday season. Of course, we just enjoyed a nice train ride around the courthouse, but there's so many great things that are happening just around the county for the holiday season. So I've got Steve Wright here with the Walkway of Lights, and also Rose Cadena. There we are, Rose, with the Parks Department. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Well, thanks. Thanks for
our pleasure.
Our pleasure, yes. Lots of great things happening here in Grant County, as we mentioned, for the holiday season. So, Rose, I want to start with you real quick with the Parks Department. You've been with the Parks Department for 18 years, and the holiday season is such a busy time for you guys. Tell us a little bit about what all takes place.
Yeah, sure. Well, we have a 6-week lighted event that goes through our Matter Park, Walkway of Lights. And then we started off with our downtown event, which is today from noon to 8. As you can see, there's lots of festivities downtown. We have food vendors, craft vendors, branch, live reindeer, a choo-choo train, iceless ice skating, and so much more. And then tonight, our parade will start at 7 o'clock.
Fantastic. Yeah, as you mentioned, today kicks off so many other events in Grant County for people to come enjoy, including the Walkway of Lights with Steve. I'm going to ask you about that. This is a massive event with over 2 million lights. Is that correct?
That's right. It's been going on for the last 33 years. It's started back in 1993. And we were glad to kind of put this all together one year, and it's been going on since. And it's a joyous time. A lot of people come back for the holidays, for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And when they come back home here to Grant County, they love going through the Walkway of Lights.
One thing I want to mention, too, is the price to get in. This is one of the cheapest experiences that you can have to go through lights, because it sounds like it's really important for you guys as Grant County as a whole to give everybody that Christmas spirit.
It is. And with that, even though there is a $5 per car, not per person, but per car event that they have to pay to go into the park, there's other lights available that people can do. And if they want to walk it, it's free. So they can actually walk the Walkway of Lights, as well as there's several different nights where people have sponsored 100 cars, the first 100 cars to go through at night, and you can go through it for free. Our transportation department also runs a nightly, or not nightly, but one night where they actually go through. And then I think, Rose, it's Christmas Eve is free.
Christmas night
is free.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, free. Yeah. Lots of exciting stuff here, and I love the fact that you guys make this accessible for everyone. As you mentioned, you can walk, you can drive, you can bike through. Why is it important to be able to have it accessible to everyone?
Well, I think it's important for holiday cheer, holiday spirit, and it brings people into our community, which is most important. it just makes everybody happy. So we're glad to have it in our community. We want to continue it, and we just let it grow and grow each year.
Our local Y also has a 5K run that they're doing through the lights. So it's a nighttime type thing. So take a look at their website. You can see it on the YMCA of Grant County.
I want to ask both of you this question, but Rose, I'll start with you. If people who have never been to Grant County, specifically during the holiday season, what would you want them to know to get them to come and enjoy this awesome community?
Oh my goodness. We have lots of things. And because I work for the Parks Department, unless you go, our Walkway of Lights is one of our main parks, which is Matter Park. So to experience Matter Park, even during the spring and summer and things like that, I think it's very important for people to come see that park. It has a handicap accessible playground in there. We have a wedding venue in there, lots of shelters that we rent out that help the Parks Department. The lights go through there 6 weeks out of the year, but Matter Park is a gem in our community, for sure.
It really is. And Steve, I'm going to ask you the same question. If people have never been to Grant County during the holiday season, what do they need to know?
Well, a lot of great people live here in Grant County, and we welcome everybody to come our way and take into this. We got a lot of local shops that's just opened up downtown, and more growth coming. We've got a very progressive mayor right now, and we've got a lot of different housing that's getting ready to develop downtown here. So come on to Grant County. We'd love to have you.
That's awesome. Let me tell you, it's a fun place to be. Thank you both so much. So nice to meet you. One thing I will say is everybody here in Grant County that I have met has been so nice. So thank you both so much for welcoming us.
Welcome back. Weather headlines going towards the end of the week. First, we're going to start. We have some light snow showers possible for tonight. It's going to be a bitter cold end of the week. And more snow may be possible this weekend with the secondary system on Sunday, but lower chance of that happening right now this far out. Current look at radar. We have flurries getting into northwestern Indiana, light snow showers and flurries. It's a long cold front that's diving into the state. This is what's going to bring us the chance of snow for tonight, but accumulations not looking like much here. At most, probably a coating up to ½ inch. Could have some isolated spots closer to an inch. But even on Futurecast, doesn't indicate much. Wouldn't rule out a flurry through this evening, but primarily as the night goes on, that chance increases, especially after midnight in the early morning hours as the front is actually sliding through our area. But again, not much with accumulation expected for tonight. What you'll notice is the temperatures falling in our area. School day for tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper teens to start. Mid-20s through the afternoon. Partly cloudy skies are expected. And then we'll start to head to even colder air for Thursday night, because Thursday night, low temperature of 10 in Indy, 5 in Kokomo, and 5 in Lafayette. As we continue with our temperatures into the start of the weekend. Friday in the lower 30s. Saturday, we should creep above freezing. This is probably where we'll start to have some snow melt in our area with our temperatures just above freezing. But I mentioned there is a system on the way, and I wouldn't rule out as we're going into Sunday, but Saturday during the day, temperatures expected to be in the mid-30s. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Brian. They say birds of a feather flock together. I didn't get that right this morning either. For today's Out and About with Barney, Barney Wood takes us to Wild Birds Unlimited in Bloomington for a look at how to keep our feathered friends happy and healthy throughout these cold winter months.
Birds are everywhere, and they're a great gateway to experience nature all year long. So if someone is new to bird feeding, what are some basic things they need to know?
Yeah, so bird feeding is such a wonderful hobby because it's really simple to get into, right? I mean, birds are everywhere, so the first thing you do is you pay attention. You notice what's around you. But if you want to start to attract birds into your own yard, it's, as simple as putting out some seed. I call black oil sunflower seed the cheese pizza. Most of the birds eat that. It's kind of everybody's favorite. Then you can add some extra toppings in there too. So maybe add some safflower for your finches, or add some peanuts, some of those high-fat treats. But really, you're just putting out a bunch of bird seed to attract the birds into your own yard, and it's a great hobby.
And we're here in the Midwest right now. What are different kinds of species that we see here?
Yeah. So we've got such great species diversity. We've got little things like Carolina chickadees down in southern Indiana. They're black-capped chickadees up in northern Indiana, but a little gray, like a little ping pong ball, and they fly in and out, and they say their names, chickadee-dee-dee. Cardinals, the state bird, kind of an icon for sure.
For Indiana.
Exactly, indeed. You know, I really like the woodpeckers that we get in our yard. So we get up to 7 species of woodpeckers.
No way.
Everything from the little downy to the really big pileated woodpecker. And so they're coming into those high-fat treats too, so suets and those peanuts and things. But blue jays is another one. That's one that some people, they're like, oh, I think they're bullies, but I'm on team blue jay for sure. You know, they come in and they let the other birds know if there's ever a predator around. So,
that's true. That's true. So now it's winter, freezing cold. What do we need to be doing to help our friends?
Yeah, so wintertime, you know, it's important to give the birds a high-fat treat in the wintertime. And so those long winter nights, birds aren't able to feed during the dark like that. So they're going to tank up on a lot of calories right at sunset, you know, and kind of get them through with those high-fat treats. And so things like suets, things like peanuts and tree nuts. And then another thing in the winter is you can do a heated bird bath. And so that open water, the birds can drink, they can bathe in that, you know. And so I get bluebirds more in the winter in my yard than any other time of year, and they'll like all line up on my bird bath, you know, especially during those snowy, blustery days. The other one, that like dark-eyed junco is a species that we only really get here in Indiana in the wintertime. They call them snowbirds sometimes. So like the little gray thing with the white outer tail feathers doing the little chicken scratch on the ground. They're usually ground feeders, and so that's kind of the winter species that I look forward to seeing.
Is there anything personally you want to share with people who maybe have thought about getting into this but haven't really jumped in yet?
Yeah, I would like everyone to know that you don't need a special skill set. You don't need any special equipment. If you want to just start learning more about birds, it's really just paying attention. It's just simply going outside. Anybody can do it. So if you go to the doctor and they say you need to manage your stress level, and sometimes it's like, what does that mean? Do I need to take a yoga class? Do I need to do Tai Chi? But you really can just go outside and get some of those stress management effects. Just by simply paying attention to what's going on in your backyard.
Are there any specific technologies, apps, things that you would suggest to people?
Of course. There's such wonderful things now available. And so one of my favorite is like the Merlin app from Cornell Lab of Ornithology. That will listen to the birds around you and identify the species. And what's great is a lot of this data goes back to the researchers at Cornell, so they can help monitor populations and stuff. So you're giving back to conservation as well as learning kind of a new fun hobby. There's bird feeders that have cameras in them. There are nest boxes that have cameras in them, so you can watch this in real time.
What is like one thing that people really need to know?
So I think, the important things to remember about bird watching is, like we said, it's a really easy hobby to get into. It brings such joy, but there is some responsibility. You want to make sure you're keeping your feeders clean. You want to keep your seed fresh, and that's for the birds' protection and for yourself as well. But other than that, it's just, Ken Kaufman's a great naturalist. He writes books about birds, and he always said, if you enjoy birding, you're a great birder.
The greatest thing about bird watching is that it's really easy to do because they're everywhere. So if you need more information, maybe check out the Audubon Society, go to your local Wild Birds Unlimited store, do a general search. You'll find what you need. I'm Barney Wood. Thanks for watching.
Nothing like being wined and dined on a Wednesday. Easter Seals Crossroads is partnering with Murphy's Steakhouse for a one-day-only fundraising event coming up on Monday, December 8th. With more on the event and the expected impact it will have is David Drape, President and CEO of Easter Seals Crossroads, and Craig Stonebreaker, owner of Murphy's Steakhouse. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much for being here. So, David, I'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about Easter Seals Crossroads. what you guys focus on, what's your mission statement?
Yeah, so everything we do at Easter Seals Crossroads is about serving people with disabilities, primarily in central Indiana, but we do have services that span the whole state. We serve nearly 2,000 to 3,000 people each year, but it's impacting 10,000 lives each year.
Fantastic. And tell me a little bit about Murphy's. I know you guys are kind of in close proximity. Right. David was mentioning that he's had a few steaks at Murphy's in his lifetime, but tell us a little bit about Murphy's and your journey over there.
So Murphy's has been neighbors with Easter Seals Crossroads for 35 years, and we know a lot of their staff. We do spend a lot of time feeding them. If you're not sure how to make a difference in somebody's life every day, get behind these guys because they're doing it.
Is that why you chose to partner with him? Was it a mutual, hey, we've got this idea, we want to do this?
We've partnered with them previously, but they're a good organization doing more work daily than you can imagine.
So tell us about this one-day fundraising event coming up on Monday. What are we expecting? There's food involved, which is always a good thing to bring the community together.
So we're going to donate a large portion of our sales to Easter Seals. In addition to that, it's an opportunity for them to invite other donors. And there's a party that's going to match the donations, I believe.
Yep, absolutely. We do have a donation to match.
Yeah,
awesome.
So it's a fundraiser.
Yeah, I love that. So David, what is your purpose? What is your why or your reason for being a part of Easter Seals and continuing the mission that
so people with disabilities traditionally had not had the opportunities to contribute to their communities or be good neighbors, etc. And we're serving children through adults. We serve children throughout the state as well as adults throughout the state. And so we're looking to highlight not only what we do at Easter Seals, but highlight the great accomplishments of the people we serve. And no better way to do that. You get people around food and get people to talking, and you get a chance from my situation to be able to share the good parts about what we do. This year has been a challenging year from a funding perspective, but when you get to talk about the great things we do, people really react in a positive way, so we can't wait.
Yes, no, I love it. And again, food, one of the most unifying things we have on this planet, so I love that there's that component. So Craig, tell me a little bit about what you brought here. These are popular menu items at Murphy's?
They are indeed. So our jumbo shrimp cocktail has been driving business for many years. Our filet of beef tenderloin sort of put us on the map in the 70s. Our grilled balsamic glazed portobello with olive oil carrots. This is a Beyond Burger. It's a plant-based meat product. This is our hot salad. Warm oil, sweet vinegar. That is guests have been craving for years. 2 desserts, chocolate fudge cheesecake and strawberry cream cake that were prepared by our general manager, Elise Brown, who makes our desserts daily.
Perfectly pink.
And that drives a lot of people in looking to see what Elise has. We got a beautiful wine from Oregon, Rocco, Pinot Noir.
Yes. Didn't even wait for you to tell us what it is. I just dove right in here.
I like your style.
This is so good. I know we talked, I'm gluten-free, so some of these gluten-free options are really wonderful to have on the menu.
Citrus salad, arugula.
Yes, this, oh my goodness, arugula is one of my favorites as well. David, one last parting, reason why people should get involved with Easter Seals and continue helping on mission with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you support Easter Seals, you're supporting your neighbors. You're supporting family members. You're supporting people who are valuable parts of your community that pay taxes, that just need a little assistance from us to fulfill their dreams and become valuable members of the community.
Beautiful. Well, thank you both for what you're doing. I'm so glad you teamed up and are bringing this event up coming on December 8th, Monday. We'll have more information on this, so you can get involved over on our website at Life.Style.Live.tv. For now, I say cheers, gentlemen. Thank you so much for today.
Happy holidays.
Yep. Cheers.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Well, it's time for today's Is This Anything with our friends at WIBC. Hammer and Nigel are joining us. All right, guys, before we begin, because I've seen this shirt before, Hammer, this Kit Kat shirt. What's going on with this? You've got something going on with this today.
So I posted on social media a very serious question. Is this kind of a cool, quirky shirt, or is this something fatties wear?
B.
That's all it is. Like, because I bought this at the big store in Las Vegas, the big candy store. I thought, you know what? I think it'd be kind of funny to have a Kit Kat shirt. I don't know. So I bought it. I wear it. I like it.
It looks good on you.
And then some people are like, you can tell you're fat because you're wearing candy. You're literally wearing candy. So my question to you, Miss Taylor, is this a cool shirt or something fatties wear?
I mean, with the right styling, it's a cool shirt because it's like a graphic tee. I get it. But the way you're wearing it, yes. I'm going to go with the consensus.
Okay. We can move on now. Let's begin.
All right. Well, yeah, let's move on here. Bad Bunny is on top of the world. The Puerto Rican rapper is Spotify Rap's top global artist for 2025. Is this anything?
Yeah, it's something. Congratulations to Bad Bundy. Like he's Al Bundy. Bad Bunny. But again, I still don't think he should be the halftime of the Super Bowl show because these songs are not in English. Like these numbers that you're telling us about, Taylor, these awards, it's international. So countries that don't speak English are probably like, yeah, Bad Bunny, that's my dude. I love all of his songs. But I live in the United States and I speak English. I don't understand Spanish. So when I'm watching the biggest pop culture phenomenon event of the year, the Super Bowl, where advertisers are paying anywhere from $3 to $10 million just to be a part of it, I don't think it's asking too much for me to understand the songs that are being performed at the halftime event. It's not because it's a Latin thing. Shakira did halftime of the Super Bowl. It was awesome. She was up there shaking it, doing her hits. The hips weren't lying. It was great. But I understood her songs. She's got songs in English. I just don't think it's asking too much for the biggest event we do as a country to speak English. If that makes me the bad guy, say hello to the bad guy.
Hey, yeah, I don't think you're alone in that thought at all. Regarding the list, though, we know that Taylor Swift took home the runner-up slot. Spotify deemed The Weeknd, Drake, and Billie Eilish, and the rest of the top 5. So I was like, at least I recognize all of those.
I would not recognize one Bad Bunny song if you played it right now. Would not recognize one song. And by the way, speaking of the Super Bowl, the halftime show, they got some pressure, really. I mean, because did you watch the halftime shows on Thanksgiving Day? It was Jack White and Eminem there in Detroit, and then it was Post Malone in another game. I think it was Kansas City.
Kansas City and Dallas was Post Malone. Lil Jon did the nightcap.
Killer. Exactly. Killer performances at Thanksgiving. So Bad Bunny's got a lot to live up to.
Oh, yeah, totally. I saw that Jack White performance in particular and was like,
killed it.
I had to explain to my family who he was. Yeah, I know. He was great. He did a really good job. Yeah.
Right. Like bringing out Eminem, which was a surprise kind of, and everybody was, cheering, and then closing it out with Seven Nation Army with everybody singing along.
Yep.
That was pretty strong.
Yes, very much so. I totally agree. All right, let's move on here. The Trash Panda is living up to its name and absolutely getting trashed. Officers were called to a liquor store in Hanover County, Virginia after the place was found ransacked. Liquor bottles strewn about and a masked suspect passed out on the bathroom floor. Is this anything?
That suspect is not me. It's not Hammer. That suspect is a drunk raccoon.
That's right.
That we're looking at on the screen here. What did you say about the Trashy Panda? What was that?
That's their nickname, Trash Pandas. Raccoons.
Is that what their nickname? I did not know.
There's a minor league baseball team called the Trash Pandas.
You gotta be kidding me! But this raccoon has a taste for the booze, and maybe we can tip some. I want to tip one back with a raccoon one day. I think that'd be pretty fun. And yeah, the thousands of dollars worth of damage. I don't know, like how raccoons. I mean, did a bottle just fall over and he just started licking it up?
I don't know. I feel like he was kind of like a cat, and maybe he was just like being, like how they are in dumpsters.
It looks like it broke on the floor, and then he licked it up.
Yeah,
which I've seen Nigel do too.
Done the same thing. I once bought, literally over the summer, I bought a $50 half-gallon bottle of Jameson Irish whiskey, and when I opened my car door, it fell out and shattered all over the ground at my house.
I remember this story.
I remember, I just a single tear down.
It was like Bluto in Animal House.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, truthfully, and this is like the third raccoon of the year that we've talked about. I know if you remember the meth pipe raccoon, the woman that pulled over, and then there was a raccoon in her car. fondling the meth pipe that was in there. Well, there's another raccoon down in Kentucky that drank a little too much at a distillery and passed out in a dumpster and had to be resuscitated with CPR. They need to check their life choices.
Put your lips on a raccoon.
I don't know.
No thanks.
No.
Sorry, pal.
No, we'll just do the chest compressions and then.
Oh, chest compressions, right.
Yeah.
Mouth to mouth. You wouldn't do the mouth to mouth with the raccoon?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I remember the officer, though, that had to walk up to the car to see the raccoon fondling the meth pipe. And it reminded me of a story we talk about quite a bit. The officer that had to walk up to see a naked, drunk Randy Travis when he got in trouble for a DUI. Like, you have to talk to your other officers and prepare them for what they're about to see.
Yeah, and this goes back to the whole thing, Hammer. We've talked about police officers just being ready for whatever on the job.
Right.
From runaway animals to drunk raccoons and naked people all over the streets. It's just always an exciting day, I guess.
That needs to be the name of your new show, Naked People All Over the Streets. Taylor.
We'll put that in the after dark hours, a little past prime time.
Online exclusive. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. I love it. All right, guys. All right, that's enough for today, I think. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Yeah,
Thank you.
vote. Go vote on Hammer's t-shirt. More Lifestyle Live at 4 is next. Hanging out with us this hour. Wish TV is once again working to make the holidays brighter with the Wish Tree campaign. We are teaming up with Toys for Tots to collect new unwrapped toys for children. You can take your donations to any of our sponsors. For a list of locations, grab your phone and scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you to the Wish Tree section of our website. We'll see you later.